by the Legion because we saw it happen
Look
earlier
at their
today.
team. This is a team ready for battle. I mean, I just look at the two drafts, and you look at Monkey Business, and they're just like, look at this team. That is violent. Legion Commander with that nose ring especially. All right.
Yapster looks to be playing a support axe, so I'm wondering how that
they're
ties
do like
in.
what was it?
Stocks
That Chinese team in July, I want to say they would frequently not do a secondary support. They would just have the 1/5 very selfless support, and they would still just run a jungler. And normally it would be the axe. It's not in July though. It was who is that innovative drafter?
Inflame, maybe?
Inflame.
Yeah.
Nah, he was close.
The old the eHome squad that he was on with Mushi. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
he
would
would
do
frequently pull out.
They were the first team to really try Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker,
Yeah.
yep.
They were the innovators of Bloodseeker into the metagame in some ways, although mixed results there.
But
That
they would
team
frequently
fell apart
pull out
pretty
like
fast.
a jungling strat. Oh,
Yes.
damn it. My cereal.
Oh.
It's been flattened.
Don't worry. My cereal's all in order.
We've got technology.
Yep.
I'm going to cut over to Parker's machine now so you can at least see what's happening in the game while I reconnect. Apologies as there will not be any sound, as of course I control the sound and I'm not in Dota.
So it will be Axe Duxia dual lane in the off lane. They want to pressure what will be... Looks like a Bloodseeker up there, so curious to see how that goes down, but we're in for something a bit different with this draft. Tinker comes back into play. He's received some good buffs with the rearm. The channel time reduced at level 2 as well as level 3. That makes the hero a lot more viable, I feel. So.
Still got to get that push to get those quick boots of travel,
Yeah.
which means he is a little dependent on having a successful laning phase, and it's something that Monkey Business could recognize. Are they able to respond though to be able to keep this Tinker in check so he doesn't turn into that nuisance?
They haven't got roaming heroes really. They can. It could be crit. We saw last game where he just camps mid, throws stuns constantly. I think we'll see similar again from him. I think they need to shut down the Tinker. We talked about the last pick needing to have some physical or pure damage to counter the Husker, and Tinker is actually quite good against Husker. Laser, entirely pure damage, and also causes the Husker to miss. Husker doesn't itemize with an MKB, so he's going to struggle to fight into Laser.
Probably didn't see it there, but Moon and Mad had a nice little moment. Moon was zoning back Mad as much as possible, and then to entice him, he drops his Stout Shield like, hey, want to come play? And Mad's like, I'll drop my Stout Shield too. Nice little, lot of respect for these players and each other. But Moon, who had made a really big splash as of recent, he was a standout on Complexity, him and Fly, and now Monkey Business get some of those best aspects of Complexity on their team, and they've been doing work right now. Back to their dual lane setup here. It's going to be the Omni Legion Commander together. We already know how significant this duo can be in pubs, but even right now, Mad is going to be zoned back pretty hard. And this is going to force Paris into some serious support. He can only Arctic Burn once, what feels like every decade. And they're just going to have to keep getting out the sustain and tangos.
I wonder what... Every lane is really interesting here. You've got the Axe Darkseer at top who can do creep skipping and be really pesky. The mid lane, a Tinker versus Husker matchup. Very new and very kind of... I'm not entirely sure which side... It seems to be Tinker favored so far because of the laser.
If you look at the minimap, everyone is on top of each other. Now, I do happen to catch the first blood top lane where they were the crit. But I'm like, which lane is going to have first blood? Because according to my icons, they are all on top of each other.
And all lanes could theoretically lead to a kill. The least likely for kills is mid, but Miracle is really pushing the limits of Husker and what the hero can do. He obviously performs well at low HP, so we could even see a kill there with 2 points already in laser. Necroman is going to be at least getting 2 points here. This is normally the value number, and then you max march to the machines, but sometimes you even see more go into laser, especially against the Husker. He wants to max this as soon as possible.
This is just crazy. This is going to be an ultra workout for me to see what team is going to be getting to that breaking point when just shit goes crazy. I just can't phrase it any other way. I love the synergy here. Ion Shell Axe. Once this lane gets some levels, this is going to be very scary.
Similar to the Legion Omni, it's just great offensive dual lanes coming out from both teams. Offensive dual lanes with a lot of kill potential, and bottom lane, that's where the next fight's going to be.
Mad's going to be able to get away with a blink. Paris, though, without the Arctic Burn, is going to have to take a few lashings to the back.
And I like what Moon's done. It's picked up the Orb of Venom for that extra bit of pressure and harass. That combined with the degen aura is going to make these heroes incredibly slow. You can force Mad to blink escape constantly, not to mention if you ever get on Paris, when he's not underneath the tower, you found yourself a kill.
If they can get Fly a Soul Ring, this lane gets very scary. I don't know if it's something he's going to consider or if he's able to save and go straight for like Arcanes.
I think Bottle maybe is better than
But
the Soul
any
Ring,
sort of
but
way
yeah,
to bring in mana,
Yeah.
oh, this lane would get very... I mean, even there, it's just casual health. It will cost him like half of his mana pool, but you see the damage just there in itself. Then they followed up with another quick nuke. Yep. This is just so much pressure on the Mad. He's going to be forced back, but you can say the same for this top lane a bit. Big Daddy, he's at 10 CS, and so's Mad. So this is pretty much a stalemate between both aggressive dual lanes.
Yes. Mid lane, though, being pretty heavily won by the Tinker. 15-10 CS to the 7-3 of Miracle.
The laser.
Necromant's looking good here.
That laser, it's got to be pretty damn sticky for Huskar. And I love the last pick.
Oh, bottom lane, they've got one. They're going to get a second. Legion Commander flies in with a nuke. That shortened cooldown on the overwhelming odds, able to get them a double kill. And this is where those slows. Degen Aura with the Orb of Venom is so hard to lane against. Top lane, though. Call onto crit.
There it is. They're going to lay out the blood right here. And they've already walked out from the ring, and they'll get the little lady. There's going to be a chopper return blow. And look at this. Big Daddy's going to go down. You got 2 kills bottom. We're getting 2 kills top.
Both offensive dual lanes are just cannot be dealt with.
I haven't seen something like this in quite a while in Dota. 2 equally aggressive dual lanes, both achieving the same thing.
Well, I think we may have to rename the safe lane after this game.
This is monkey versus monkey action. You got to remember that. Oh, Miracle, 1 shot away from going down. Value Tango right there, healing himself back up.
Necroman did even level up Laser at level 5, and that's partially because there's a Husker in the game, and partially just because he thought he had a kill there probably. So
that one quick point in the rocket or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could have made the difference, but
yeah, he wants the farming that the Martin machine gives him without sacrificing the lane control of Laser. So probably we'll just see like 0 points in missiles for some time, despite how good missiles are once you get Boots of Travel. But
look at this. Fly a roaming Omni Knight. Paris leaves the lane.
I think
and
he really wants to kill the Tinker because of how well Tinker's doing mid.
Yeah.
But Wyvern's already there as a counter initiator. So this is good rotating from Paris to secure up this mid lane.
It's definitely the one thing that is giving one side the nod, this mid lane. And Necroman being able to get the most of it here is very good. I just feel like in the big picture, this Tinker could get more work done than what this Huskar will. Eventually, the Huskar might just fall off. Now, they do engage, and boom! A laser to the back of the head there is going to finish him off, and Necroman is just taken over.
Meanwhile, top, they're diving underneath the tier 1 tower.
Big Daddy drops the blood right to help zone himself back. Yapsor will come out from the trees now. If he's able to land this call, it could be big. Doesn't want to whiff it. Oh, fakes it out once.
He's got Tranquils.
He's trying. Gets the surge.
Doesn't even need
Call
it.
back there. He's got it now. Just extra Iron Shell ticking damage to come out, and Big Daddy will be the one to go down. Bottom lane at that same moment, they engage on the Mad, but Mad has the luxury of being able to blink away from the trouble.
Bloodseeker's like, I wish I had an escape spell, guys.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right.
Mad actually did die once despite having the blink, but he's got 18 CS, so I guess both carries, well, both safe lane farmers. Again, let's not really call it the safe lane this game. TP bottom from Axe. They're looking for a kill on Moon.
Yeah, they lead in.
Oh,
Mad
he didn't
getting
get
some
off the
early
overwhelming
chops.
odds.
Yapfor shows up. Fly wants to help out, but Fly has no mana. Simply a regen is not going to cut it. Or repel, rather, but
He's trying to phase away. It's not going to work.
oh, it's enough. The degen aura is slowing him down a bit. Allows Moon the getaway. Gives him a repel, and Moon will make it back to safety here. A rotation from Yapsor proves
so
to be a bit
close.
unsuccessful.
Yeah. Had the Tranquil Boots and the phase from Moon, that burst movement speed every now and then, just giving him ways to get out of there.
Man, this game has got
So
me
what's
on
going
my
on?
toes.
Whew.
Yeah, this is all over
I mean,
the place.
let's step back. Like the lane stage has been it looks like things will settle down. I think overall, Monkey Freedom Fighters going to go into the mid game a lot stronger because of how good a position Tinker's in. We're looking at fast boots of travel. Husker has been somewhat neutralized in this mid lane and isn't going to be that completely dominant threat that a Husker normally is.
Yeah, see, suddenly trouble shows itself. Paris flies easily over and above
There's
with
a
the
dunk.
Arctic Burn.
Okay,
Yapsor
okay,
looking to run in there. Can't get close enough with the call. Dunk follow-up. And you just see the emphasis from both sides.
Yeah.
Once 1 second, like they pull the trigger, and backup shows up.
Oh, yeah. I think very much Monkey Freedom Fighters have the draft advantage, especially considering how these lanes have gone. Axe combined with the Tinker works as a good way of dealing with Husker. Axe is amazing against all these melee heroes. You're looking at 3 melee heroes and a Husker who's kind of that mid-range type hero. Not to mention Axe is just a good counter in general for the Husker because you can Culling Blade him when he gets to low HP. So
And he's on good time for a Blink Dagger. I mean, he'll have a Blink Dagger in a respectable time that will catch Monkey Business off guard a bit.
he comes running in. He's maybe overstepped his boundaries here, but
got the slow.
phase boots help him out.
Arctic Burn, and yeah, that phase. Thank you, Ice Frog, for the move speed buff. Be able to get himself out from trouble. Top though, again, it's Big Daddy going to be doing that same dance. This time though, Beaver Knight will retreat right as Crit shows up.
That's just good play. Forces the TP rotation, gets out of there. Rupture. It's a very short cooldown spell, but it's more so than the cooldown. It's the mana cost. Bloodseeker won't have another Rupture, at least not with the Blood Right. Next time he has the cooldown up. And space for Yapsu. Yapsu's actually the one who needs the farm more than Sing Sing. He's very close to Blink Dagger already on Axe. When this Blink... They're going to hit a timing where they've got the Blink Dagger and Axe and can just find a lot of kills and space for Anti-Mage as a result. So I really like where the Radiant team is positioned right now.
Mad. Nice quick blink. Oh, cool haste rune.
Yep.
Mine takes it back and will continue his jungly adventure. And yeah, you can see the punishment that's been on Miracle in this mid-game. You know, usually by now you're getting ready to complete out that armlet. And right now he's... avoiding death, barely. Does have the armlet recipe now and the helm, so he's getting very close. But is this armlet alone going to be enough to make this Huskar scary in this game?
He needs to still fight with his team. Often you can see Huskers just solo push lanes, do all kinds of just crazy-looking plays, but he's got to play around his team.
They get the surge in. Yapsor looking for connection onto Big Daddy. That's the call. This Iron Shell now dishes out extra damage. They even commit the wall, which he's already on the other side of, so a wall's going to be a whiff. Fly rotates in. They're going to get the kill on the Darkseer, and neither of them low enough for the threshold. Yapsor is not going to be able to pull off a dunk, and they go into a 3-on-1. He's hoping for spins. He's got him. He gets the dunk on the Moon, and Yapsor, he might get the second dunk. He takes out No Tail. Oh, Fly's like, I'm not playing this game. No. Yeah. I am not playing this game. That's a scary game of roulette. And Yapsor is winning, and he's going to get another. He got the blink. He jumps back in. Oh, not enough for the dunk, but the spins. Thank you, RNGesus.
Well, he got terrible RNG. He had 4 creeps on him and not a single spin. Like, when he blink called, I'm like, oh, easy kill. And then he got no spins. I'm like, oh, this almost looked like Omni had it. So he deserved those spins in the end.
That's ridiculous.
Ballsy axe play from Yapsor, and holy crap. He just got a triple kill, all solo kills. 3 solo kills in a row. I mean, Sing Sing was there at the start, but...
That's an Axe Barbarian player right there.
Now we're talking. That really gives... Yeah, he's up to level 9, picks up a Chainmail. We're looking at Blade Mail in no time at all, and he can combine these Blink ganks with Necroman's Boots of Travel soon. He did stop off for the Soul Ring, so it gets slowed down a little bit, but this Soul Ring is very much a farming and lane sustain item, so... Your farm is still in a good place as Tinker. You have to get the Soul Ring anyways, and getting it before travels doesn't really matter.
And he's already just back on the prowl. Picks up his new items, heads to bottom lane. Don't want to give him so much props, but the heads-up play to be like, I got the blink, step back, quickly pick it up, and then finish off Fly. Yep. Very nicely done. And now, he's looking to make a jump here on the Moon. Crit is behind.
Dangerous spot to go in. There's a Purification, Guardian Angel, Lena with a stun, Slave combo.
Necroman right in the face of Miracle, happy to rearm here. Look at this. He's like, I'm just going to work with the blind and quickly try to get something off. He can't. Nice. Miracle.
The armlet there.
Oh.
3-second cooldown, or 3-second rearm, and the laser's, I think, 2.5 blind? No, Hero Blind, 4.5. What am I talking about? Okay, so 4.5 blind, but the fire damage is enough to overcome it, so bad fight for him to take there.
Radiant's top tower is under
he tried to make it work, was hoping to get it calculated, but takes too much damage for it instead. After visiting bottom lane, Yapsor makes his return now to mid lane, and will kind of take reign while the Tinker is down. Tinker, I wasn't able to check with him. He was getting on Trace towards the Boots of Travel. He's heading towards bottom now, but he's only got the 1,500 gold. Very close, though. Maybe wiping out this wave, zoning him back. We'll put him on. Winter's Curse holds Moon amidst the March of Machines here, but Necroman is going to get stunned up from Crit, and they will not be able to pursue.
They need the Axe if they want to find kills. He has made his way towards bottom lane looking for a blink call, but the Omni counterplay is always the scary thought for Team Monkey Freedom Fighters. And more than anything, they want the Tinker Boots to travel now. It just gives them that flexibility to find kills anywhere of the map and bring him in. And he also kind of needs some extra levels.
Ooh, ambitious blink call there from Yapsor. Moon is just a bit outside the AoE and will not be caught out.
Not to mention, Monkey Freedom Fighter is going to have a mech advantage soon. Just 200 gold short. Sing Sing hasn't been fighting recently with his team since the laning stage, but it's because he's working on that mech as well as the fact he's got decent levels. So he's going to be level 8, level 9 with a mech and able to get involved. Unlike last game where it felt like he couldn't really give much to his team, this time around, very different story.
Yapsor making his
Radiant's bottom
return.
tower is under
I've
attack.
spilt many blood in this top lane, and he would love to get some more from a
Radiant's
certain
bottom tower
Bloodseeker
has
as he
fallen.
prowls around the corner. A very familiar spot Big Daddy has been put into, back hiding behind the tower here. Oh, he's going to be stuck.
This time around, Tinker can join in, and TPing like to protect Bloodseeker at this top tier 1 tower is a dangerous thought for Monkey Business if Tinker's TPing in with laying down March in the machine. You do not want to TP into March.
Where will he take his new ruby red shoes on their first adventure? Let's go with him as he heads to mid lane. Ah, nice spot to farm. There'll be no trouble here. Oh, God! Jump in for Miracle. Here comes Moon. Necro is dead. That's the journey of my first ruby red shoes. Oh, nice boots you got there.
Yeah. Don't think he's going to be writing too many stories about that journey.
I almost felt like that's exactly how it was going to go down, and that's why I wanted to follow him. Like, he's probably just going to go to mid lane where there's already a trap set from Monkey Business, and sure enough, the trap was sprung.
Didn't get the dual damage. Moon could have used dual. I think he maybe wanted to save it for a follow-up kill.
Curse on the fly,
that's
but
ambitious.
no follow-up whatsoever. He'll get healed up there from Moon, and the business
Call
is here
available.
just for the tier 1. They got it.
Yeah, I don't think Axe is going to go.
Radiant's middle tower
They really
has
need to be able to
fallen.
jump the Omni Knight, and that's where the curse. That's where the game plan very much is. If we can kill the Omni Knight, we win the fight, and that's where Paris was like, okay, I'll just use a Winter's Curse. Let's kill him. It's like, oh, no one else is here to follow it up. So they need to combo the curse with Axe and Darkseer and other heroes coming in to fight as well.
Business feeling confident now. You can see in their team's body language a bit here, Gods. They're happy to truck down this mid lane, dropping items on the floor. Gauntlets of Strength, who needs that anyways? Courier will. But after taking a tier 1, it's not like a quick pull-off. They're happy to kind of dangle Miracle in the mid lane, seeing if they can entice anyone from the Freedom Fighters.
Yeah. So the way Husker works is you want to get this Armlet lifesteal, take objectives. Roshan towers fights.
Oh!
Armlet top with a victory. He's done it.
Guardian Angel, Yapsor, not going to get the threshold off properly. And look at this turnaround now. They quickly annihilate Sing. And they're not going to get the grab.
Oh, Necroman could be in trouble here. He tried to go in for the laser kill of Miracle, but heals and armlet toggles making his life hard.
And the advantage that Monkey Freedom Fighters had, it's starting to fizzle away. I can't help but feel like it. Once that Axe was able to quickly throw together the Blink Dagger, and we were like, okay, Blade Mail's going to be coming shortly, he was going to start going on a tear. But pretty much since that huge clash at the top lane, it's been all Monkey Business.
Yep. Talked about Husker taking objectives. Here's one of the most important. Roshan comes up next. It looks like a smoke play is coming. Dire Observer in the middle lane. I don't think it saw the smoke. They're actually tucked away behind those trees there.
Oh,
so
they're going for Mad Bit. Top lane, Moon has a Blink Dagger here. He's waiting
Good.
for him.
Here
will
comes
just,
Roche,
oh,
though.
step up duel. No blink
check out
necessary.
Roshan, though. I think you need to go there.
Oh, right inside the pit, a big Winter's Curse and a wall. You're right, guys. I had to check this one out. Look at that. Monkey Freedom Fighters just
they
took
knew.
over the pit. They did lose, Mad, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with this trade.
Yep. They're trying to finish off Roshan with not really much damage, but they'll slowly get it. Lay down the march to prevent anyone coming in. And well, that's an Aegis. Probably for Yapsa with his streak that he's got. Yeah.
Secures the bounty of a sweet 7-0.
Great. Blink call on 3. They just smoked in. They knew right after they were mid and they won a fight, they're going to go straight to Roshan. That's just very easy to read play for Monkey Freedom Fighters, and as a result, they come out on top. Losing the Anti-Mage at top does slow down his Battle Fury and hurt his farm, but I think for Anti-Mage, it was very much like they're Roshing. They've got everyone at Roshan, but it was just like a 3-hero Roshan, 2 heroes killing the AM, which made that fight for Monkey Freedom Fighters even easier because 2 heroes weren't even there to protect the Roshan.
So Mad back from the dead here. He is very close to finishing out his Battle Fury. So not the best world record timing, but it's a good timing enough to continue his AM game. Because Monkey Freedom Fighters, Tinker, now with Boots of Travel ready to go. We already know Axe has got everything he needs in his arsenal. Does this mean the 4 of them need to kind of go out there and do a bit of what we saw from Monkey Business in the previous game? Fight as 4.
Well, they want
And
yeah, they
Mad
need
is just always under pressure.
Yeah, he's not getting any chances to split push lanes, really.
It's almost as if Monkey Business just played an AM like this, and they know what they need to do against it.
Yep. Well, they know Legion Commander is one of the better heroes to counter AM with, because when you get that Blade Mail blink timing, you can solo kill the AM using the Blade Mail. But he's got to get there first. Right now, Moon, only the 10 dual damage, but pretty decent farm as far as that's concerned. And he has picked up the broadsword now, so he's starting to get the pieces of it.
They found a miracle in the woods.
TP's coming in, but it's too late.
Yep, he's dunked, he's down. They even committed a wall for it.
Yeah, that's worthwhile. Make sure you kill him, because if he gets an armlet toggle off or a TP in from Omni heals him up, that turnaround from a Husker is the most brutal thing in the game. Like, if you commit 3 to 5
Soul
heroes,
crushing. Yeah,
and you just somehow don't kill him, he's going to turn around and kill everyone. It's not like he turns around and you just blink and escape. No, you're all dead. So
kill the beast.
They could have, like, if it looked like he was going to survive, they would have even used Winter's Curse. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised to see them commit that ultimate.
Well, they do get him down. With still 13 seconds, Monkey Freedom Fighters will continue to poke and pressure this top lane a bit. Take the moment to look over maybe some of the item choices here. And it looks like that. Mech completed already. Sing's got to have a little bit of a purse saved up. 1,500 gold. We wager he'll probably just be going for that Blink Dagger.
No Tell, by the way, going for an interesting little item. He's picked up Yule's makings.
You know, I saw it sometimes in the past. I guess it leads to an easy blood right. Yeah. Adds to his move speed even more.
And he knows he's, like, with his terrible start, he's not going to be a carry this game unless he plays really hardcore farming mode, which is going to mean his team's playing without him, which, again, is just a recipe for disaster. So I think he wants just a utility item which will offer something in a fight. Be able to, especially heroes like Darkseer who can surge away and get out of stuff like a Blood Right, being able to guarantee a silence there could be beneficial. Not to mention it's great against Tinker to catch him, and if you use him up, it prevents him from blinking out afterwards. So it's a good item. In the past, we saw a lot of Yule Scepters as a counterplay item to Tinker.
I wonder if he'll continue going utility even after this. I mean, obviously between this point and that point, top lane, jump in as they're looking to commit for Fly. Looks like they will get the kill. Godlike now for Yapzor as he will finish him off. Doesn't even have to use the dunk for it. 14-7 now for the Freedom Fighters. But as far as for Big Daddy and his utility Bloodseeker buildup, I mean, if he continues going utility, I would even see a Lotus Orb possibly coming in handy for their team. Being able to purge out a lot, and you can reflect back the Mana Void, you can reflect back the Dunk from Axe, Laser from Tinker, Winter's Curse. Lots of options out there when the obvious focal point could be their Huskar. We'll see, though. It just depends if he gets
almost
something.
caught bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Very close to getting Jewel up. But I think a BKB follow-up is probably the most expected thing against Tinker, Anti-Mage, Darkseer. BKB can prevent the vacuum, the Anti-Mage mana break.
Yeah.
The Tinker just nukes and damage coming your way, so probably the more natural follow-up item, but definitely, I think Lotus Orb is very much more the late game. Like, you don't need that Lotus Orb this early on. Solar Crest is also a possibility if you want to chuck a Solar Crest on Miracle. You talked about beefing up your Husker, and I think Solar Crest does a bit more than a Lotus Orb at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. Didn't even think of that. Very, very handy. The extra bit of evasion. Huskar's already getting all the assistance he could ask for. Fly probably going to be looking to him with those repels, but
I think Fly got spotted planning this Observer Ward up here too, so should see it get dewarded.
There's the blink in. Yapzor's going to get the catch, but Fly's there with the heal.
Oh, gosh.
Angels can come down from above all you want, but the sentencing is there. You go to hell. Big tail, no daddy.
He baited. He was actually baiting for the Omni there. He used everything. Purification, GA. He maybe needed to GA earlier to stop some of the spin damage. I don't think it matters.
Does this trigger MFF to, like, maybe push a bit? Guardian Angel being down is pretty nice. 2 minutes is a decent window of time for them if they want to try to push for tier 2s maybe.
They've got an alright pushing line. The thing, AM is most of their push, and if he's on the front lines, he does put himself at danger of being dueled, which is not something he particularly wants against a Blade Mail Legion commander, but I think they keep on looking to fight and find pickoffs. Their lineup is very much geared towards finding kills all over the map, and they're going to continue to do so. They're setting up top lane, but the Observer Ward is spotting them out, so it looks like they did not see that ward get planted by Paris.
The other part of it overall is just, I'm sure MFF got to be feeling pretty damn good about their late game, considering they shut down this Bloodseeker so much. And Huskar can tend to fall off a bit. You know, they have this AM. They could just comfortably kind of play the game with their advantage.
Late game AM does handle Husker fine for the most part. There is Omni Knight to heal, repel, and Guardian Angel the Husker, which is where it gets a little trickier, but Late game AM with MKB and other necessary items can do all right.
There's the Yules coming into play, which does land the Blood Right. Follow up, flip. Miracle, though, going to get hit with the Winter's Curse. They still have enough, though, to lock in Sing Sing and take him down. The Darkseer is going to be the victim to fall.
Well, there's the Yules. We can see what it's good for.
Yeah. Easy Blood Right.
Darkseer probably sees that and says, okay, let's get a Greaves. Once the Blink Dagger first, it looks like, but I imagine we'll go back for Greaves.
Fly shows up, maybe trying to get a deny there, but heals himself, only to find YapzOr to jump in.
Oh, man.
And Mad is going to get the finishing blow with that Void.
Well, we talked about Monkey Freedom Fighters being a value bet. Right now, it looks like they're forcing a game 3 because they are destroying this early to mid game here. And the comeback potential for the Monkey Business lineup, you mentioned it. Like, it's not really there when your Bloodseeker's going for a Yules. Husker, a hero who can somewhat fall off the more this game goes on.
And Moon, who could potentially be a dark horse for a late game, only has 10 dual damage.
Yeah.
So
There's been a couple situations where he could have used it to get the dual damage, but he either held onto it to look for another target to get a secondary kill or just didn't quite get it off in time. So as a result, he's not looking all too scary.
we got to see now, what is plan B going to be here for the business? It's going to be a bit sticky. Up and above, Mad will just continue to gladly farm up. He's got Yasha building towards his fun little Manta style here. Back at bottom, Sing Sing. Oh, he's about to get his blink. I'm sure he'll step off in the side shop here for it. And he'll need it very soon. Trouble is on the way. A smoke. Moon already setting himself up for a blink-in duel. There it is. YapzOr, though, can get the call off on the side. Plus, they have the Cold Embrace. This is going to be a very difficult duel for Moon. Laguna will help. Guardian Angel. Everything they can to finish off the little Darkseer. They will get him down. They commit a lot for it, though.
Yep.
Fly is going to be pelted with some slow, but the objective is done. Smoke is successful, and Sing Sing will continue to be delayed from that blink dagger.
Yeah. Bit of a slight panic move from YapzOr. The call doesn't do anything against Jewel. If he'd called the heroes behind the Jewel, would have saved him.
Well, this call might work. Hello again,
You
Big
betcha.
Daddy. Man, he is probably just... YapzOr is in his nightmares in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he goes to this top lane, a sudden axe appears, and destruction soon follows.
This is... Whew. And this axe is going to have an Ag Scepter in 250 gold. That's going to help against the Husker when he gets low. Husker does not want to get low this game. This is not going to be that like 1 HP constantly armlet toggling Husker that is the pub nightmare. This is going to be a Husker who wants to stay at least around half HP constantly. And he's going to do so by going what looks to be a satanic route. Very defensive build. We're not seeing any kind of evasion, high ground sieging Husker, which again is like the pub menace. This is gearing up more towards a late game Husker where you can actually go head to head against some of these Radiant carries and play more defensively by just not getting low on HP.
So I've been following Necroman here for a while, and it really doesn't take a lot of mana for him to get all this stuff out. It doesn't seem like he's loaded in an inventory. He's got a Soul Booster and then Soul Ring and stuff, but just even juggling around the Soul Ring with his rearm, he's able to get off in quick succession a couple of marches and just clear out the lane very easy. And he hasn't even reached close to critical mass. This Tinker is also going to be a big problem for him. Now, bottom lane, they do get an easy pick that takes out the simple Liver Wyvern. And it is a duel.
Last time killing Sing Sing, they didn't get a duel. This time they do. So that's important to note.
24 bonus damage. It's a start.
Top lane.
We'll need more, though. Top lane, though, is where they are creeping in here.
So close to each other.
Oh, look. They find Miracle and Mad trading. Mad committing him for Fly with the Void. Not going to be enough to do serious damage.
Hold the mech.
But Miracle, he's repelled up. He's trying to retreat out now, away from Trouble, but Trouble's a following. And YapzOr's waiting with the dunk. And oh, the dunk is not going to catch. Will they finally grab a hold of him? He is running away. He is totally fine and well. Fly is going to catch him with a heal. And now look at the business. Turn it around. Monkey Freedom Fighters not going to be making it away. They're going to get YapzOr, and they're going to get that big bounty. 11-0. See you later. Godlike streak for Miracle on the Huskar. He scores a big bonus of 852 gold.
At first, for Monkey Freedom Fighters, Anti-Mage got in a terrible spot there. Had tanked like 8 Fire Spears that were stacking on each other, and I'm like, okay, Mad Live. They've actually salvaged this, but Axe dying was actually worse than the Anti-Mage dying. They would much rather have let the Anti-Mage die and Axe stay alive because of that big streak. Not to mention the fact that Roshan, they could have contested this Roshan if they had Axe. Anti-Mage being alive does not help them stop Roach going the way of Monkey Business.
With that big bounty.
Yep. He's back in this game.
Is this putting the game back on even already, just with that one bounty swing alone?
Not
and
just
this
that
Aegis?
one. I don't think that alone. It does give Monkey Business a lot of options now with Aegis in hand. They can look to continue taking fights, look to even pressure some of these towers. There's tier 1s up in the top lane. I think using their smokes now is probably the next move. I think they've got at least one, maybe even a couple they can play around with. So I don't think they just want to use this Aegis as a farming Aegis. They're getting their late game does not match up well against Tinker as well as Anti-Mage. Tinker, another amazing late game hero. Not a carry like in the traditional sense, but very good once he gets that 6-slotted Tinker status.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see if he's going to be put in a position where they're going to be more on the defensive, how he's going to be able to hold his sacred ground.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at a Huskar with Aegis. You have to slay this guy twice? Oh, it was hard enough to take him down the one time. Now he's just starting to get pretty damn unstoppable. Level 16. Obviously not boosting up the ultimate yet.
Likely to be ignored in
yeah.
any fights that happen within the next 4 minutes while Aegis is still online. So for Monkey Freedom Fighters, they can easily avoid fights. They've got Tinker. He can just TP the lane, split push them out, try and stay hidden in the tree so he's not getting caught out, and that's going to be very much the game plan as far as they're concerned. They're not going to want to fight into this 5-man Husker lineup with an Aegis, not to mention the Omni Knight sitting behind. Omni's really the big problem here for them still, and with a Blink Dagger, it means Fly can remain even further back and more hidden. Catching him is going to be near impossible unless he's really out of position or you've got some great scouting wards for him.
Yeah, it makes me feel like he's just intentionally going to be waiting in the wings. Blink in Guardian, heal up everything, and that's when they're hoping for a big counter fight.
Mad's on the high ground here. He's pressuring
Yeah, they
tier
got
3.
this tier 2, but look at the pressure from MFF. Mad's in the work. And Yapzor gets a huge call on the 2, and they annihilate both of them. Fly's going to be taken out, no buyback. And same for Big Daddy. Moon gets hit up with a curse as he tries to duel, so there's going to be no damage awarded. Miracle shows up, looks committed with a dive. Yapzor eating a lot of this damage. Is going to be able to get saved up. Beaver Knight drops a big wall. Sing Sing with the save of a mech. Now surges away himself.
That was such a good initiation and then such good defensive play. They had to retreat away from the Husker. The laser covering their retreat. Everything they needed to cover the retreat was used, and now they're going to find some more kills. Necroman, not quite enough damage yet. He's got a laser still.
He gets it on Moon. He could stand and fight after this rearm, but he decides to step back and away. Sing Sing was coming in to assist, but
he could have killed him with a aggressive blink and a laser rocket, but he doesn't know where Husker is. And
Yeah.
if Husker finds him, it's not worth losing your Bloodstone charges. He got up to 11 after that fight, so Necroman is going to be a big problem. Husker will not match up well once this Tinker has rearm, Hex, and laser coming his way constantly.
what do you build up next here? He's going to go for the Hex? Oh, yeah, he's got the ulti orb. Are you sure? Not a Manta style? Manta rearm split push?
That used to be actually the build on, not like early Manta, but late game Tinker, you would get Manta style.
I know.
Double,
Cheap
triple Manta style, it was amazing.
This is ridiculous lockdown. Fly is going to be sweating with who he needs to get this repel on. That's where I feel like maybe the Lotus Orb is going to be even more handy, especially if he's going to commit to a series of ridiculous sheeps.
Yeah. I guess the other... Yeah, Lotus Orb definitely... He's gone for the Blade Mail for now, so cheap utility items is the name of the game for No-Tail. He's going to be more of a backliner in some ways, so... There's no point trying to transition to a carry. We're not going to see any kind of SMY or Butterfly type items for No-Tail. He wants to go much more cheap, cost-effective. Maybe a Vlad's is a possibility if the team wants a Vlad's.
Yeah.
He's pure support for the team.
Yeah, but I can't help but feel like your suggestion of the Solar Crest and that Lotus Orb should be something that could be considered. It's
That
still a long
fits
game,
the criteria.
but
That definitely fits like what kind of items he wants to go for.
we'll see. We'll have to see. Or even Fly, as we said, could still pick it up.
Moon still only having 24 dual damage is a problem because he is more... He's kind of the new late game carry in some ways.
Yeah, filling in for the Bloodseeker on what he couldn't achieve because of that start.
But we'll see top lane more Miracle. I don't think he was expecting Miracle to already be at that tier 1 tower, and they'll give it up for free.
He's happy to 1v1 this tower. Boom. Easy takedown.
Darkseid with Greaves means Sing Sing now has a way to get out of the Bloodright silence from the Yule's combo of Bloodseeker, so that's good assurance for him to make sure he can get off a Vacuum Wall combo in a team fight.
Will they stop the raid boss here? He's happy to continue trucking in. Sing waiting by. He's got his blink combo ready to go. They start prepping things up. They got the Iron Shell here on the Yapzor.
The Aegis expires in about 10 to 20 seconds, so they're going to give this up for free. It's not worth fighting into an Aegis. And they're also getting a trade at bottom. They get a tier 1 for 2 towers at top. For Monkey Business, it's a much better trade, but that's what's going to happen when you have the Aegis. And I think Monkey Freedom Fighters are confident in knowing that their late game is superior.
Trying to get a straggler.
Yeah, Aegis is expired. They're still chasing. They've got the Tinkers TP'd in.
Yapsor's got the Surge. Eats some damage, so he has to wait for the blink.
This is...
Okay. Pulls back Miracle a bit. Fly's going to get off the rappel, and he wants to commit in for Sing Sing. Sing. Oh, he goes down. The last right click's going to be there, and this zoning Winter's Curse is not going to have to hold him off. Now Moon shows up, gets off the duel. Might not be able to get the finish, but it locks him in place for the kill, and he will get awarded the damage, boosting him up to now 38. All the meanwhile, there is some split pressure. Mad will clear out this tier 2 on the bottom.
I think chasing was okay, but it was very much they should chase to give Mad space to get that tower, but not take the fight. Once Axe went in as deep as Axe just went a bit too deep. I think keeping up with them, keeping tabs and vision of where they're going is fine, but they couldn't commit as hard as they did. So
call in from Yapsor trying to catch out Moon. But it's just going to be a little bit of a tease here.
Pushing high ground, very difficult for Monkey Business against the Tinker. The Husker can tank a lot of the damage, repel, as well as the Berserker's Blood, giving him either magic immunity or great magic resistance, but we'll see them make a play, but the Blink Vacuum Wall combo is very scary.
They're also going for Mad. It looks like there's going to be the Yules, which will go into a Blood Right. He mantas, but it comes after, or it comes before the Silence. He eats the Laguna, and he goes down. Back at top lane, they're looking to commit in. They took down Yapsor the first time, which forces out the buyback Necroman now. Forced to Cold Embrace. They Glimmer save him out from view. Now comes the return of Yapsor. Goes in with a call. Locks down Miracle. Can the boss be defeated, though?
Laser.
He's starting to shrug off this damage. The laser's going to be there, which will assist. He notices. He'll have to walk through the wall, but Yapsor gets a secondary call off. Locks him near that wall. They still can't do anything. This guy is a machine. Look at him. Walking back and away. Look at it. 6-6 like just trying to body block him to keep him close. Fly's going to show up, and they're like, no, don't you think about it. Don't you think about it. You don't help him. They get rid of him. Now they go back.
Tinker needs more mana.
They just used a Winter's Curse. Will this man be stopped?
Tinker's coming back with mana.
He's standing. He's shrugging off 3 like it's nothing.
He's got another Satanic, but he is...
Here comes Necroman. I will eliminate the man. He gets a laser off, but Miracle's still good. And they're going to take out Necroman. Oh, no.
Husker Dota.
He is too big. He is too bad. And I am too scared. The Freedom Fighters will go down. They lose 3 all day.
He wants the racks, but there's no creeps.
This Huskar is just beastly now. With this AC, how do you stop him?
Yeah. It's I wonder if they... Silver Edge is not really a great Husker counter by any means because his life break purges it off. So if you get Silver Edge, you just life break immediately afterwards, and then you get back your Berserker's Blood and everything else that you need, like your evasion or whatever, if you have that. You throw some evasion on Miracle, he's going to be even tankier, even scarier. That's where a Solo Crest is really worrying.
Ooh, Moon committing in, try to get a snag of Paris with that duel, but not happening. Yapsor commits in. They're going to have another go at Miracle, but there's the Yule from Big Daddy, and now they turn it on to Yapsor. Oh, you were big and bad at the start of this game, but Miracle wants to show him who's boss. He's going to eat the laser and the Mana Void and still walk away alive. Moon, though, might not be so lucky. He's surrounded by 4, and he will get dunked. And Monkey Business looking like they're going to be retreating.
Husker, who has been far behind the Anti-Mage and Tinker for a lot of this game on net worth, is now over past the Tinker, up there with the Anti-Mage. He's become a really big, scary late game threat. He's transitioned really nicely. Didn't go all in on the early game build. Like normally you'd see much more of massing evasion, trying to just be cheesy with evasion plus armlet and stick on 1 HP armlet toggle by pushing towers, but he's secured the late game in a lot of ways for Monkey Business.
This is now going to be a big test for the Freedom Fighters here. Mad will also need to take a moment, but he's got the Talisman now. Is this Butterfly going to be enough to help against this Huskar?
It will help quite a lot. Gives him, obviously, the evasion, which is great. Also, one of the better damage items. I feel definitely needs an Abyssal Blade to follow. And Husker without evasion will struggle to fight. An Abyssal Butterfly AM can shred apart this Husker. The one thing they will need on the Radiant side really soon because of the Omni Knight is a Diffusal Blade, and it's very much a question of who's going to buy it. I think the best candidate is probably Sing Sing. If not him, it's going to be Yapster on the Axe. One of these two, maybe even both, need Diffusal really soon because AM can't... If he goes in trying to kill off the Husker, he can't be forced to worry about stuff like Guardian Angel.
Yeah. It's either that or, they get the jump on the fly, which We know Fly. He's experienced. He's not going to be
He's
just
sitting
throwing
back
himself
mostly.
out there. You know, he's. I mean, even now, look at him. He's like, I'm hiding the trees, living up to the name Monkey. Perfect. But what started as Monkey Freedom Fires coming out on all cylinders, saying we are not going to allow you to shut us out 2-0. We're looking to take this to a 3-game stretch. Look how the tides have turned. This graph is now a slippery slide. Brace yourself as we are back square even, and perhaps even starting to sway pretty hefty towards the side of Monkey Business with all these towers coming down.
And we're getting to the point where the laser being pure damage isn't really enough damage on its own to deal with Husker. And the mischance is nice, but it can again, we talked about how you can purge off the Silver Edge, you can also purge off the laser effect. So what would often be like a long duration miss coming out from the Tinker, 4.5 seconds of hero miss is brutal, but he just can instantly life break that off. So Husker has his ways to find the late game and is going to go into DPS next. Picks up double javelin, so we'll see an MKB next for Miracle. Already anticipating the anti-mage butterfly. Well, he's seen the anti-mage butterfly. Not to mention, it can't count as the laser. So laser as well as butterfly from AM is going to be 2 items that aren't going to get there, or items/spells that won't get their full effect.
What do you do? How do you stop this warrior? I don't know what they're going to do to prevent Miracle from just going crazy.
Yeah, Abyssal and Diffusal. Those are the 2 key items. And, okay, Hex as well. That's another good one. Hex on a Tinker. You've got some control now.
Shadowblade was the next pickup here for Big Daddy.
Yeah,
and for Blade Mail, I was like thinking of like, oh, you know, now for those crazy high ground sieges they're trying to do, but Tinker is dishing out March of Machines, you just Blade Mail run through it. That's what you do. You reflect all that damage right back to Tinker. But
this is very much just an
Shadowblade,
item to be annoying with. He can scout, he can force, like they don't have a good, like if they try and gank him, the gem is on the Wyvern who may not even be there, so it's a very annoying item to deal with.
Don't get me wrong, you know, Big Daddy is the pro here between us and him. I will never question his item choice, but I can't help but I can't help but feel like though a Solar Crest and a Lotus Orb would have just made it so much easier. Well, there's going to be the Solar Crest. Moon will be the one to pick it up.
I like it.
So they get the item.
I think it would have maybe suited the Bloodseeker a bit more based on his items, because Legion could have gone more into a carry this game.
Well, I guess he'll be able to benefit, though, from his own evasion in these duels that we know will happen.
Well, he wants evasion against the anti-mage himself, AM, who's unlikely to build MKB. So that'll definitely give him a lot of benefit.
Counter wards here. Both? Oh, yeah. For fun fact, that is the Silver Tower in Gem TD. These wards right here. No one out there cares about Gem TD, though. So it actually threw me off. I'm like, oh, that's a Gem TD tower as a ward. Well, back in action here. We got to start thinking, gods, about MFF and what they could do to stay alive. We got to be, you know.
I mean, they're not actually really behind right now. I mean, looking at the overall net worth, they were once far ahead, but now we're back to kind of an even state of the game. You know, heroes like Axe fall off, I guess, is part of the problem. But heroes like Anti-Mage and Tinker, they come online here. This is where they reach their scary late game status. So
yeah, but his big scary item he just picked up was a butterfly, which is already being answered.
It's being answered, but I think it can still. Well, that's not going to help you here.
And your big scary AM is dead now.
Yeah.
And Moon has secured more damage for himself, and it was just between Moon and Crit also to take out that AM.
Blade Mail against AM, so brutal.
Yeah.
But I think AM can still be a late game threat. The butterfly still gives him attack speed, damage.
Yeah.
And you combine that with Mana Break, you combine it with an Abyssal Blade, it's going to be constant bashes coming out, and that's where AM can still be a big late game threat. But I think like pickoffs like that you can't afford to have happen. You know there's a Blink Legion commander who can just kill you at will. You can't afford to be getting caught out like that. He needs to only play split push if he sees Monkey Business 5-man pushing.
Here comes Miracle. He's in your turf. What are you going to do about it?
Hex him. That's
see.
step one.
Is this going to be the new item? That's going to be enough. Necro looking to lead in.
Oh,
Repel, though,
step one, dealt
Fly. Yeah, Yapzor's going to have to instead go in with a call, put all the attention on himself. Vacuum's not going to help against the Repel, but a wall right in the middle of the action. Miracle's going to commit in, looking to go for Paris here. Paris is going to be going down. That's a gem on the deck, and no Winter's Curse. He's going to be out for a full minute without a buyback. And now, Monkey Business looking to close this game out. Yapzor weak and wounded, has to retreat back to base, and Necroman with no more mana. Can he make it away? No! Miracle looking to dive in, cleans out one, cleans out two. A triple kill for the raid boss.
That's a dieback from Anti-Mage. That
is probably the game.
That is it.
That game went from getting close to over.
Yep.
Just like that.
One big fight. And just the itemization from Monkey Business, having what they needed, getting the Solar Crest, which you chuck. Husker in the front lines was taking no damage. He didn't even need to Satanic that fight. He never got to a point where he was low enough or there was any risk of him dying. The Omni Knight behind him was just such a big threat, whereas the Wyvern, who was sitting behind the Monkey Freedom Fighters lamp, just didn't feel like he was in a threatening position. He gets forced into the fight to use Cold Embrace. Cold Embrace, a great counter to the duel. We saw it in multiple fights, but once he does that, he exposes himself, and they're like, oh,